Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome. Today I'm going to offer just a few brief reflections and then we'll get right to a 15-minute guided meditation. And particularly today, what I want to focus on is cultivating clarity of mind in meditation. I always like to come back to basics, and for me, there's three simple ways of looking at meditation. Steadying the mind, creating a level of concentration, cultivating kindness, an attitude of goodwill towards experience. And then the third aspect is cultivating this clarity or this wisdom, which is naturally connected to the other two as well. And so the most common thing that I hear from people and challenge is that they feel like their mind is ping-ponging back and forth between being lost in the proliferation, into the thoughts, the rumination, and coming back to the breath. And that it just keeps going like this back and forth, and that there's never any real degree of steadiness. But I wanted to kind of reframe that in a different way, as opposed to a back and forth, that actually the awareness and the breath and the steadiness is always kind of there in the background, and that we're just leaning towards that when we catch ourselves in proliferation or grasping. So as opposed to going back between two separate things, the root of our experience in meditation is the breath and our mindfulness rooted on the breath and the body. And that, sure, it will occasionally get caught out into this grasping quality, moving forward into the future or the past, the planning. But the coming back isn't going to something separate. We're just coming back to this home base, which is our awareness, which is rooted in the breath and the body. So I think this can be a more helpful way of looking at it, that we're not pushing away thoughts, we're not pushing away experiences and getting back to this other thing we're supposed to be doing, but we're rather just leaning back towards our anchor, towards that stability of the body and the breath. Because the proliferating mind, in my experience, often has this leaning forward quality. I'm just subtly, my mind keeps wanting to try to figure something out, or, ruminate on something that has already happened. And I'm just saying, not right now. Right now, I'm just coming back to this present experience. And gradually, the more this is practiced, we can stop feeding that grasping quality in meditation, and there can be a little more space between the thoughts. And if not, it's okay, because it's still a gradual practice, and over time more stability and clarity will come. And this is how we change our, what we call, the word in Pali is kama. We're starting to change the action of the mind, releasing it from some unskillful patterns which may be perpetuating dis-ease in the mind, and cultivating qualities of stability, of wisdom, of kindness, and patience, and equanimity. And so one thing we'll do as we start this meditation is take a few long, slow, deep breaths, because this can help open up the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is the fight or flight response, which is often active in busy everyday life as we try to move through our days, and has a very activated quality. So in meditation, we're just trying to lean towards that clarity and openness, and a few deep breaths can help activate the parasympathetic nervous system. So wherever you're sitting right now, just finding a dignified posture for you. If you're able to be upright, finding the, not perfectly straight posture of the spine. And if not, just finding whatever position feels comfortable and supportive for you. And if it feels okay, you can close your eyes. Or if not, you can just rest your gaze softly on the floor in front of you. And just beginning to notice that your body is already breathing, and that your mind is already aware. This presence or faculty of awareness is something we can always tap into, and it's not something we have to do. You just lean towards that simple awareness and letting it rest on the body and the breath. And now we'll take these few longer, slower, deeper breaths just at your own pace. Leaning into the exhale a bit and softening the body. And now just allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Just taking kind of a global sense of the body right now. From the top of the head to the sit bones and the legs. Being aware of the body in its entirety. Just receiving and releasing each breath. The thoughts will come and go, and that's just not really our interest right now. So we just lean towards this natural rhythm of the body taking its own breaths. There's no force or control in meditation. Instead, we offer ourselves ease and kindness. As we lean towards our awareness and clarity of mind, which is at the heart of our experience. Softening the muscles of the face and the jaw. Relaxing the thinking muscles of the mind. You don't have to hold the shoulders up right now. The arms can fall naturally. Just feeling the weight of gravity. This beautiful quality of nature that keeps us rooted and grounded. Feeling the gentle expansion and contraction of each breath. Opening and broadening the chest. Softening the belly. We can breathe into our legs, our sit bones, just taking a minute to allow the body, the entire body, to receive each breath. The thoughts will come and go. So we just let that be in the background of our experience. And we lean towards this clarity. Which is supported by the rhythm of the breath and our awareness rooted in the body. Just noticing whenever a thought does arise, that it's simply on the surface of the mind. The body is still breathing. The awareness is still there. It may get caught just for a moment or a long moment in a thought. And this is never a problem. We just release, come back to home. This awareness is our mindfulness. It's at the center of experience. And it's always accessible. Checking in with the physical body. Is there tension? Just opening, softening the body. And opening and softening the mind. Always just leaning in the direction of this stability and clarity. There's no way to be perfect, so we just come back to the simple intention. To be present, to be kind, and to just let whatever comes up in the mind come and go on its own accord. And for this last minute or so of the meditation, just breathing in a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for having set everything down to simply be still for this period of time. The content of the meditation is not what's important, but it's the effort and the patience of taking the time to simply sit. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. If your eyes were closed, and just coming back into the physical space around you, taking in the floor, bringing some movement into the body. So thank you for taking the time to practice, and this is something that's very transferable off of the meditation cushion. Driving a car, whatever it is we're doing throughout the course of a day, it's always possible to notice when there's this contraction or leaning forward into proliferation, getting this activation of the sympathetic nervous system going. We can always just lean back into the body. We can always come home and lean the mind towards this clarity and the rootedness of being at rest in the parasympathetic nervous system. So as always, I hope this was beneficial. If it has been, I just encourage you to like the video or subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you again soon. Be well.